Good evening, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us on your Wednesday. I'm Sophie Erber. Today, people all across the U.S. are celebrating Juneteenth, which commemorates the ending of slavery in the country. And on this holiday, a group of Black veterans embarked on a journey of both remembrance and gratitude to our nation's capital. KCAU-9's Washington correspondent Rashad Hudson reports in our top story now at 5.
This group of Black veterans are making history once again.
They played a role in every war.
More than 24 Black veterans who fought in World War II, the Korean War, and the Vietnam War made their way to Washington, D.C. on the first ever honor flight to commemorate Juneteenth. Mose Rayford, a Marine veteran, made the trip up from Georgia.
Some of these things are coming late, just like Juneteenth did.
On the flight up, Vernon Hickman said this stood out to him.
First time that I have flown on a plane that the captain and the first officer were both Black.
Vernon and his fellow veterans braved the 90-degree weather to visit war memorials and monuments in the nation's capital. He said the heat was nothing compared to the sacrifices these brave Americans made.
When you're called on to serve your country, you in fact do that.
For many of the veterans, it was their first time seeing war memorials here in the nation's capital, like this one that honors those who served in World War II.
I've seen pictures of it before, but I never visited it here.
Michael Gaines says he is honored that his service is being recognized.
It's long overdue that Black veterans were not recognized for their service.
Since 2005, the Honor Flight Network has hosted nearly 300,000 veterans on flights and tours of Washington, D.C.'s landmarks. Reporting in Washington, Rashad Hudson.
According to the National Museum of African American History and Culture, Juneteenth is the celebration of the last slaves being emancipated on this day back in 1865, as well as recognizing an ongoing battle for human rights and equality. The Sioux City NAACP describes this federal holiday like another form of Independence Day.
When we think of American history is everybody's history. Black history is everybody's history because when we think about, the sacrifices and things that Blacks made for this country, everyone should be celebrating. And so just as we celebrate July 4th as an Independence Day as America, we want to make sure that all citizens of America, including its Black citizens, have that day of celebration.
Juneteenth was made into a federal holiday back in 2021. South Dakotans continued to weigh in on an initiated measure that would get rid of the state's tax on food and drink. Currently, that measure is written to keep the state from taxing anything sold for, quote, human consumption. The Attorney General's statement says further judicial and legislative clarification is still needed, leaving lawmakers divided tonight.
There are no definitions, so it says you can't tax the sale of things for human consumption. The sponsors refer to this as a repeal on the tax on groceries, but human consumption goes far beyond groceries. The most concerning one to me is tobacco.
I'm sure that this is manageable both in terms of the revenue loss and clarifying the language to make it clear. This measure does not apply to tobacco, and if anybody thinks it does, the legislature can easily fix this during their 100th session coming up.
The measure would require alcoholic beverages and prepared food to still be taxed at the state level. The measure adds that there would be no impact to municipal taxing authority, but the Legislative Research Council suggested the sponsors rephrase it to clarify any confusion. And we turn our attention back to the weather department. Chief Meteorologist Victor Perez. And Victor, yesterday being so soggy, today still not the most amazing day, but it felt more pleasant to go out and about.
Yeah, definitely felt a little bit better, and it's refreshing, not just the temperatures, but refreshing to see that Siouxland doesn't have severe potential, neither today nor tomorrow. So that's a nice change of pace, but sadly for tomorrow, we are keeping an eye on the potential for excessive rainfall cutting across much of Siouxland and closer towards the I-90 corridor and a little bit further north of it, north of Sioux Falls, where the heaviest rain potential is expected. So that's something that we'll be keeping an eye on, as instead of severe storms, we could be keeping an eye on severe rain with just how much rain could be dumping out in the next 48 hours. But I'll let you know more about that with the full forecast. Sophie?
All right, thanks, Victor. Recent government studies show pregnant women nationwide are having a harder time finding a provider for both their prenatal care and the baby's eventual delivery. According to the Association of American Medical Colleges, nearly half of OBGYNs nationwide are age 55 and older. And within the next 5 years, 35% of those physicians will be of retirement age. Alexis Ballantyne is a mother of 2 children, with her youngest being born 10 months ago in August of 2023. Ballantyne's older child was delivered by a male doctor who retired soon after. And despite a new physician arriving soon at the clinic before the birth of her second, she tells us she was hesitant.
I was uncomfortable at first because familiarity during a kind of challenging, scary time for any mother it makes you uneasy. I had a very complicated first pregnancy. I also happen to prefer a male OB for one reason or another. I've always had male doctors growing up.
According to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, while 51,000 OBGYNs nationwide are needed to serve our population, more than 17,000 are expected to retire out of the industry in the next 6 years. Coming up at 6, KCAU-9 reporter Tyler Euchner shares how many new patients one local hospital is seeing as a result of this issue. Well, Siouxland youth are enjoying some quality time outside this summer, and especially so now thanks to several new programs offered by local parks and rec workers. Today at Dale Street Park, games including basketball and Foursquare were keeping the kids active there. These summer activities programs are free, but it does require the parents pre-register their child. The kids meet every Tuesday and Thursday at Dale Street Park, starting at 9 in the morning.
We do a lot of stuff. We play games here all the time, so we're usually playing like kickball, capture the flag, drawing with chalk, coloring. Or we take them on field trips. We do like rock climbing. We went to the launch pad yesterday. Just know that we will like go places, you know, so and whenever we do, we give them like a form to sign, that kind of stuff. It's totally safe.
The youth program goes from August 8th until August 8th, I should say, and the age range goes from 6 until 12. Meanwhile, people are out getting ready for this year's Sioux City Summer Fest today, setting up several structures for that festival over at the Tyson Event Center. It is complete with carnival rides, delicious food, and music. Summerfest is set to begin this Friday and goes until July 5th. Again, that's at the Tyson Event Center parking lot.